we were talking to Eric Ruggles earlier in May, just before the Matt Cousins tournament, and a little bit after, because you've already made one of the donations, but now all $80,000 has been distributed among the lacrosse organizations.
The Red Devils Jr B, they were in receipt of $35,000, which we were able to equal from last year. The Griffins Minor Lacrosse Organization, we were actually able to give them $40,000 this year, which is up from $35,000 last year. And the reason we decided to give them a little bit more is because they broke a record in terms of the amount of kids that signed up this year for minor lacrosse. It was close to 400 players.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they surpassed minor hockey for registration this year. So we felt, it just made sense to give them a little bit more. And of course, we always have our loyalty to Jamie Knight and Leave Your Mark Lacrosse. He coached Matt throughout his Red Devils career and all his best friends in that. And so we gave him $5,000 this year again.
Well, it's got to be such a good feeling to be able to give more than you did for the first annual golf tournament.
Yeah, the first year, everything's very fresh in everybody's mind. Time kind of gets in the way sometimes and things tend to dwindle out. But I think we are building something very unique here. I think that this tournament is designed for fun. The kids just have a blast, and a lot of Ellen's work acquaintances, like some lawyers and forensic engineers, people like that, they're like, this is the most fun we've ever had playing a golf tournament. So that's in part, I think, why it's gained so much traction. Prizes for every player is another huge one. And we had 27 specialty holes again this year with a chance for both men and women to win on every hole. It is a massive, massive tournament. We were at 255 golfers this year.
And the 50-50 draw is huge too there.
Yeah, the 50-50, we actually worked in conjunction with Minor Lacrosse, kind of jumped on the coattails of their not-for-profit number, which allowed us to do the 50-50.
Okay.
And I want to say it was 16 or 18,000.
Wow.
Something like that. So the online made a big difference from the first year. Going online with the machines and things like that made a huge difference. We're already booked May 23rd, 2026 for next year's tournament. We are going to host it again at Hidden Hills. Our website will remain active, and it'll just be updated as we move closer to the event. So the website is mattcousinsmemorialgolf.com, and under contacts, you can reach us there.
Well, thanks for updating us with all of this, and $80,000 donated to lacrosse across our community. So very awesome for a golf tournament and a great way to remember Matt.
Absolutely. And, this year we also remembered Shaylin Bacchus and Victoria Barrettson as well. And then that just brought that many more people to the circle. Thanks to Darren Hoovelman from the Minor Lacrosse. He was a huge sponsor and contributor to the tournament, but he also reached out to all the minor lacrosse teams and got them to each donate $150 worth of prizes to the tournament. It was huge.
Oh, cool.
So a real shout out to Darren Hoovelman. And I guess, I should give a really good shout out to Ken Ross too for creating and managing our website for the tournament. He did a lot of work behind the scenes as well. Yeah, there's so many. Of course, cooperators who, again, has agreed to take the top tier sponsorship as long as we put on this tournament. Generation Paint Company, Winmar, Fabry Tile, Lyric Investigations was another huge contributor. There's so many sponsors. Feel free again to go to the mattcousinsmemorialgolf.com webpage. There it'll list all the sponsors, top tier right down to whole sponsors. Just a massive amount of people. There was 620 businesses were reached out to this year.
Well, all the best preparing for next year's, you said May 23rd.
May 23rd, 2026, Hidden Hills.